On September the 11th, 1683, Islam was at the peak of its expansion in the West. 300,000 Islamic troops, under the command of Kara Mustafa, were besieging the city they called the Golden Apple, Vienna. The aim of Kara Mustafa was to lead his army on to Rome and transform the Basilica of St. Peter into a mosque. If all this never came about, it is due to an Italian monk, Marco da Aviano, and a Polish king, Jan Sobieski. This is their story.
Marco, you have to go in. They are waiting for you.
There he is! Back! Stay back! Stay back, please! Please get back! Stop! Show respect for the house of the Lord! Move everywhere! Get him through!
Marco, please.
Marco!
I'm blind since birth. Help me.
In nomine Patri, Filii, Spiritus Sancti.
Amen.
Tonight, you have left your homes. You have left your work to come to the house of the Lord. But you have not come here to pray. You have come here to ask this poor monk for a miracle, which he is incapable of doing. It is not to me you must pray, but to God. I am nothing. I am only the instrument that God had chosen to prove his existence. Pray to God. Every morning, thank him for giving you another day to live in this world filled with wonders. Pray to God when you are happy and when you are in pain. But above all, pray to God that he fills your heart with the strength to be soldiers of Christ, to defend your homes, to defend your traditions, to defend your faith. Because soon, very soon, this is what we will have to do. Defend our faith. And now pray with me. Pater Noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur.
Sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum.
I see!
Fiat voluntas
I see! I see!
in
Oh my God! I see! I see! I see!
It's a miracle! He gave him his sight
I
back!
see! Oh my God! Oh my God! Thank you! I can see!
Please, stay back! Back, please! No, back! Leave him be! Stop!
No.
Stay back!
Oh!
Back to your places!
What are you doing? Rich, what are you doing? Do you think that a piece of this cloth will save you? It is Christ who will save you. Superstitious idolaters.
Stay back! Let him through! Don't push! Back! Get back to your places!
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
For years I have prayed for my people. For years, and nothing like this ever happened. Why me?
We nominate you, Kara Mustafa, Grand Vizier of the Ottoman Empire. To you, we also entrust the baton of command. To you, we request that you carry the green flag of Muhammad back into the very heart of Europe.
It wasn't so easy to beat me this time, was it?
True. Before many moons pass, you will be the first to reach the top of the hill. Believe me.
I want to be like you, Father. I want to become a great warrior.
You will. And you will become truly great. Because you have inherited the beauty of your mother and the strength of your father. Come now. Or your mother would start to worry. Enough. You do not seem to be happy to see me.
Each moment away from you seems an eternity, my lord.
Then, why are you so melancholic now?
It's just a strange dream. A dream of no importance. So tell me, my lord, what is the task that will lead you far away from your favorite one?
It is a task in which no commander of the whole Ottoman Empire has ever succeeded. To carry the green flags of the Prophet into the very heart of Europe. To put the West beneath my feet, as my forefathers used to put horse meat under their saddles, to make it tender. I want to conquer the Golden Apple, Vienna, and then lead my army to Rome, and water my horse in St. Peter's Square.
You are never without that amulet.
My informants told me some days ago that in the Venetian lands there is a man, a monk, who works extraordinary prodigies. He cures cripples, restores sight to the blind, and can be in two places at the same time. His name is Marco. Marco is the name of a boy whose life I saved many years ago. It was he who gave me this amulet.
Is this okay?
No, it's still not right. Ah, really? It has to be deeper. If the color is too light, it will fade with time. No, I want something really Many years have passed since the last time you brought lunch to your father.
Now there is another father in your son's life. One far more important than you, Carlo. He's our Father who is in heaven.
Of course. And he didn't have to try to make ends meet at the end of each month.
Carlo.
Do you remember the night I found your father Giovanni's sword in the woods? On that night, God called me to him. It was not my imagination. It was not a fever. It was not delirium. It was the voice of God calling to me. On that night, I decided to become a priest.
We were more in need of a hand in the dye works, Marco. Not a priest. But you decided otherwise. Now, excuse me, but I'm very tired. Good night, my son.
Come.
Work is not going so well as it was. You've noticed that.
I know. I'm sorry, Mother.
The Turks have started their incursions. Ships with a crescent moon don't come anymore to Venice. Your father is...
Madam, come quickly. Hurry.
What is it, Murtala? What's happening?
A group of young men are going up the hill. They say they're going to kill Abul.
Huh? Oh, my God.
Get out there, you Turks! Stop! Get out! Don't do this! Out of the way! Wait! Are you trying to say that?
Stop! Not concern you! Leave out of this one!
What are you doing? Are you mad? Abul is our brother. Even if he worships a different god, he is our brother.
No! He's not like us! He's a Turk!
No, he's a damn Turk!
Go back
to where you belong!
You weren't even born when he came to Abiano. In all these years, he has done no harm to anyone. He is living proof that we can live together, respecting each other's faiths. We can live in peace with these people.
Peace? What are you talking about, Monk? 2 days ago, those like him raided dozens of villages in Hungary.
It's true. They cut the throats of every man and carried off the women and children.
Oh, God.
Enough! Let's kill him! Let's go! Let's go! We'll be back, Turk! And next time you won't have a monk to protect you. We'll be back! Remember us! We'll be back soon! We'll get you, Turk!
No, you risked your life. You shouldn't have done that.
She can hear you. She's deaf and dumb.
She lives with you?
My God is more tolerant than yours, Marco. I'm allowed 4 wives.
Why didn't you defend yourself out there?
It's Allah who decides our destiny. It's stupid to try to oppose it.
You know, Abul, years ago when I was studying in the seminary, I thought a lot about how the God you believe in is so different from mine. I ask myself, why does God allow so many people to believe in a God who is not himself? And I realized it was so his sons could carry his light to wherever it is needed. One day, Abul, you too will see the true light.
All lights are true, Marco.
There is only one true light, Abul. Only one.
Leave us.
My lord.
What demon agitates your dreams?
Tonight, I saw you on that hill again.
That same dream tonight, too?
Each time, it seems to become clearer. As if another chapter was added to the same story.
And tonight, the dream revealed how that story ends. Is that not so?
Yes, it is so.
It's the Grand Vizier!
Yes, it's Kara Mustafa.
You may speak now. What is it you wish to know?
Soon I shall leave for a great task. But there is a dream that has tormented me for many nights.
Speak to me of your dream, Kara Mustafa.
I galloped down a hill, dressed in armor, for war. There is a man, wearing only a monk's habit, at the head of thousands of archers. He holds in his right hand a wooden cross, and at his signal, a great many arrows fly towards me. 10, 20, and they hit me, and...
No. This dream is not yours, Kara Mustafa. It is the dream of a woman in your harem. It is the dream of your favorite one. This woman, where is she from?
She is Italian. She was taken away from her village when she was 4 years old.
Then, there is surely some truth in her visions.
What do you foresee in my future?
I see blood. So much blood.
Are you sure of what you say?
Yes, I see much blood, but not yours. Not yours. Your blood will not be spilled, Kara Mustafa.
Look there.
Where?
There, above the tower.
Ah, yes. It's beautiful. You can see it perfectly, even without that invention.
Here it is again. It appears every night. From the east.
Just like the comet that announced the birth of our Lord to the 3 kings in Bethlehem.
Look for yourself, Padre Marco.
Oh, my Lord Jesus. It really seems as though the comet...
What is it, Padre Marco? Marco, what did you see? Has something upset you? What's the matter?
It's blood. Blood from the east. This is the sign. This is the sign.
What I'm about to say will cause you grief. The time has come for me to leave Lena. Home to Istanbul. I cannot take you with me. The comet is a signal for war. In my country, there is no place for women in battle. You're right. Between your heart and your faith, you have followed your heart. For this, I'm grateful to you. But I cannot do it, Lena. I just can't. Between my heart and my faith, I must choose my faith. Do you understand me? This is what makes us Muslims so different from you Westerners.
Allah the Almighty wills it. Very soon, we shall march west to carry the green flag of the Prophet into the very heart of Europe. We shall punish those dogs of infidels for their defeat of the people of Islam at Lepanto. Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Marco, what on earth can the Emperor want from you?
I don't know, Cosma. But I know what I will ask of him. I will ask him to form military alliances and prepare himself.
I don't understand. Why should the Emperor seek military alliances? No one is threatening the Empire.
Soon the Turks will march on Vienna.
No, that's not possible, Marco. Why should they? They signed a peace treaty at Vasvar.
Islam wants to conquer the world, Cosma. And they know when it is the right moment to attack.
Those stabbing pains again?
They're worse than ever.
Drink this, Marco. It will do you good.
Smells good.
Dear God, keep us away from war. You know we desire nothing more than to live in peace. In peace with you, with our conscience, with our neighbors. If my death could serve that end, take me now. I am ready.
You have given me too great a burden, my lord. It's too great.
this balcony, brother? Don't be afraid.
I'm afraid it is dangerous. It is better to stay away from the animals.
Are you ready, my dear?
Yes, madam.
Let it go.
Go!
What a magnificent bird!
It got it straight away. It is so fast.
You know what?
Tell me, Your Majesty.
If only my soldiers were as swift and pitiless as the falcons of my sister, the Duchess of Lorena, we would have a truly invincible army.
Your Majesty?
Padre Marco, we were anxiously waiting for your arrival.
Welcome, Padre.
They tell me you work extraordinary cures in Italy. My cousin Carlo of Lorena says that after only one blessing by you, he threw away his scratches.
Everything comes from heaven, Majesty. God often shows himself through the poor and the humble.
True. But from amongst all the humble and the poor, heaven has chosen you. Now I ask you to bless my family. Then we shall retire to my study. I need to speak with you alone.
Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filii.
You are doubtless asking yourselves why I have made you come to Vienna. You see,
I envy you profoundly. Honestly, I do.
I don't understand.
I wanted to become a priest, like yourself, but God decided otherwise.
Your Majesty, at this moment when Europe is in such peril, I too must fill a role that is not mine. And yet I accept the will of God with all humility, because he knows what is best for his sons.
I have a need of you, Padre. I ask you to become my spiritual advisor, to be able to consult you when the need arises. Your peril? What peril are you speaking of, in God's name?
Majesty, for months now, the Turks have been making raids in the west, whenever they please. And they will not remain content with the lands of Poland and Hungary. Soon, they will attack Vienna.
What you say is very serious, Padre, but the Turks signed a peace treaty in Warsaw.
Your Majesty, the 30 Years' War has weakened Europe, and a weak Europe is too great a temptation for the Muslims.
You are imagining things.
With all respect, Your Majesty, I am not. Please listen to me. You must make alliances with the princes of Saxony, Renania, the Palatinate, with the King of Bavaria, but above all, with the King of Poland.
No. Sobieski?
Yes.
That peasant, that barbarian with a crucifix?
Your Majesty.
He hates me. Do you hear? He hates me. Jan Sobieski will never ally himself with us. Have you forgotten that his wife comes from Paris? And King Louis would do anything to make Mahomet win.
In fact, it is King Louis who will urge the Turks to break the Basfa Treaty.
But the treaty will end next year, Padre Marco. There is no reason to worry.
They will wait until the new grass begins to sprout in the spring. When it does, the armies of the Grand Vizier will leave Istanbul, and soon, very soon after that, you will see the dust from their horses rise before the walls of Vienna. What will you do when that happens?
Rest assured, that will never happen. Come with me. Darling, come. Padre Marco, you already know my sister, the Duchess, and her husband, the Duke, Carlo.
Padre Marco, welcome to Vienna. I see you have noticed my face. It's smallpox. And yes, it can be more devastating than a battle.
And let me introduce Count Ernst Rudiger von Steinberg, military commander of the city.
Do you know this music, Padre Marco?
No, Duchess, I am an ignorant monk.
Ignorant? Padre Marco, you are more intelligent than all of us, as you have access directly to God.
Oh, yes.
And do you know this music, my dear?
Certainly, Duchess. It is a piece composed by Claudio Monteverdi.
It's a toccata from the Orfeo, to be more precise. I'm surprised you didn't know it.
Notice, Padre Marco, what a wonderful dinner we have prepared, especially for you.
Padre Marco, where are you? Please be seated and share these delights with us.
Your Majesty, years of fasting have shrunken our stomachs, and we are in no condition to honor such a meal. Excuse us.
But are you leaving us, or?
I fear so.
Duchess, how dare you?
To sit at court is a privilege, reserved to very few. Can someone explain that to our friends?
Sister.
I understand, Duchess, but I feel ill at ease in royal courts.
Ill at ease? Ill at ease, you say? Your emperor invites you to his table, and you feel ill at ease. How dare you?
Duchess,
Your Highness, I feel at ease only in the solitude of my monastery and in prayers to my God. But if my departure will spoil your supper, Duchess,
Well, my supper has already been spoiled, Padre.
it doesn't matter. Is there nothing I can do for you?
Yes, you can. There is one thing. Give us our share of the supper so that we can give it to the poor.
Oh.
And a loaf of bread for our journey.
Oh.
I hope the counsels of this monk remain confined to the matters of the spirit, dear brother.
Yes. Let's start.
Now, I will explain to you what we shall do. We shall follow the course of the Maritsa to the Pindus Mountains. And in less than 2 months, we will reach the walls of Vienna. The court astronomer, Munich Chin, has confirmed it. The comet is the signal we were waiting for. It is the will of Allah, and with the aid of Allah, we shall succeed in the greatest feat that the people of Islam have ever undertaken.
And the French army? Has the Grand Vizier taken into account the French army?
The Minister of War has no cause for concern. The French army will not move. King Louis hates the Austrian Emperor. As for weapons, our artillery commander assures me that we can have a cannon cast capable of reducing the walls of Vienna to rubble.
Perhaps the Grand Vizier has forgotten that Ahmed Bey was once a Christian monk who repudiated his faith.
Ahmed Bey, Your Highness embraced the faith of Islam many years ago. He is ready to die at this very moment for the triumph of the jihad.
The Roi Soleil will not move a finger when we attack. He thinks this war is useful to him too, because he is convinced that once we have defeated Leopold of Habsburg, he will become the most potent sovereign in Europe, with without any more enemies. Except us. We shall be his real enemies. But when King Louis realizes that, it will be too late. Because on that day, the Cathedral of Paris would have already become a mosque.
I come from the west with information of great importance for the Grand Vizier.
Go away, beggar. The Grand Vizier is with his officers and cannot be disturbed.
I have information from the land of the Christians. It could be useful to the Grand Vizier.
Listen now! Away with you, beggar, if you don't want to end up in chains.
What's happening? What is all this?
Pardon us, Grand Vizier.
This man says he has important information for you, Grand Vizier.
Leave us alone. Tell me about this man.
He's a monk, and he works miracles. He gives sight to the blind, and makes cripples walk. They say he can be in two places at once.
Miracles? Tricks! The usual tricks of these infidel imposters.
The Christian churches feel every time he appears. His words shake people like thunder. He says they must form a new holy league against Islam and revive the spirit of Lepanto. He says the fires lit by Islam in Hungary are only the beginning of a fire that will devour all Europe.
And? Who precisely is this monk who believes he can stop the army of the Prophet?
You know him, Grand Vizier. You have already met him.
Are you playing with me? You wretch!
In the name of Allah the Almighty, I will never dare, Grand Vizier. I spoke of many years ago. You saved his life in Venice. It was he who gave you the wolf's tooth you bear around your neck.
I should have let him die. Tarkan!
Yes, my lord.
Look after this man. And prepare yourself. In a few days we march toward north. The eyes of the son of Kara Mustafa are wet.
The son of Kara Mustafa is afraid. Afraid for his father.
Away with these tears, Ali. Only eunuchs and women cry. I let you into a secret. A secret between you and me. A great seer, some days ago, prophesied that I will fight a terrible battle where thousands will die. Thousands. But my blood will not be spilled. Do you understand? That's why I know I shall return. This is my good luck charm. I entrust it to you. You will give it back to me on my return.
been polite to you in the past. I was lost and I couldn't see past my anger. And for this, I beg your forgiveness.
Of course.
But now, I want you to bless my tormented body. Nimm die Bandage schnell ab. Nimm die Bandage schnell ab.
Duchess. Duchess. It's not necessary. I can pray without having to see you.
No. No, Padre. If you see my suffering, your prayers will be far more intense.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my dear Lord.
My Lord.
It's eating me alive, Padre.
My Lord.
I don't want to die. I beg you. I beg you.
Benedica, the Omnipotence Dei.
I will not die, will I, Padre? I will not die. Tell me, I will not die.
You will not die.
God has need of you to complete his plans. You will not die.
Get out of the way!
Oh my God, no! No, stop! Stop! In the name of God!
You see, Margot? She has come to Vienna to look for a bull.
She has done it for love.
But a bull is a Muslim.
A bull is her man. There is no need to whisper, Cosma. Lena is deaf, remember?
You cannot stay here. Soon there will be war. Abul has rejoined his people. Forget him. You cannot. In the name of God, why? Oh, Mother of God.
There they are, Grand Vizier.
Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa, the call of Allah is felt in the very being of us Tartars, and in the tread of our horses. We are at your orders.
We were waiting for you, Kamuran Jurai.
Your Majesty.
Who is this man?
Your Majesty, the messenger.
Oh.
I am Yerzy Kulczycki. We come from Istanbul with a letter from the Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa.
Which has already been translated, Your Majesty.
Is it war then? I, Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa, defender of the true faith, command the...
Continue.
Infidel dog, Leopold of Austria, to cede all the lands he unjustly occupies. My armies will overcome all resistance and occupy the golden apple you call Vienna. To the same infidel dog, I declare, await my arrival in that city, and as soon as I have you before me, I shall personally cut off your head.
Oh, my lord.
But how many men do you estimate?
Not less than 300,000. But they're not all soldiers, Your Majesty. It's a well-known fact that the Turks travel with a great number of camp followers, even concubines and prostitutes.
300,000? 300,000. It's terrible, it's terrible.
What is terrible,
Don't you understand the Turks? The Turks are coming. We shall be forced to abandon Vienna.
You can't want to abandon the city, Your Majesty.
What else can I do? If Vienna falls, we can always reconquer it. But me? If they kill me and my two male sons, what will we do? Oh, God, no! The dynasty will end. Await my arrival in that city, and as soon as I have you before me, I shall personally cut off your head. A mouse. That's what I feel like, a mouse, cornered by two ferocious cats. On one hand, that bloodthirsty madman, Kara Mustafa. On the other, traitor, King Louis of France. There's no way out. We will never manage.
Your Majesty, Pope Innocenzo has collected 300,000 ducats for the defense of Christianity. We could enroll a lot of men for that amount.
300,000 ducats is not the same as 300,000 soldiers, ready to die for their God. How many men can we count on in Vienna? 20? 30,000?
Oh, no, Your Majesty. More or less... well, fewer. If we put together the militia, the police, the forest guards, the infantry regiment...
Count, get to the point. How many men? How many men?
I'd say about 15,000 men.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What do you propose?
Well, I propose we fight them in the open. Show them we're not afraid. If Kara Mustafa gets to Vienna, he will smell the blood and will never stop him.
What do you think you are doing? Away! Please. You were saying?
I was saying we face them in the open.
No. No. Vienna is a strong fortress. Why expose ourselves in the open, and with a very inferior number of men?
To keep our freedom of movement. Besieged capital is a city destined to die.
And it will be our faith if we stay here and argue.
My beloved sister.
Good God, this is a miracle.
What an incredible surprise.
Let's not waste time in embraces. Send a carriage and bring Father Marco back to Vienna. You can use his advice in a time like this.
Dear sister, what we need now are arms and men, not advice.
Listen to me. I implore you, brother.
I beg you.
This man has superhuman strength within him. I mean, look at me. Look at my face, my hands. You remember how my body used to be just a few days ago? Look at me and tell me if it's not a work of God.
Stop.
Sergeant, what is going on?
A sound of horses from the other side of the river. Thousands of horses.
Alert! Alert! Everybody down to the river! Quickly, to the river!
To the river! Quick, quick, quick! What do you hear? What do you see? I can't see anything. What's going on with this? I can't see anything.
Silence! Oh, good God. How many of them are there?
Awaits you on the Danube, Your Majesty. We felt it would be more prudent for Your Majesty to travel in a less ostentatious carriage.
Oh, it will do. Good. Let us make haste.
Have we news of Count Sternberg?
He should have reached Padre Marco by now, Duchess.
May God help us.
Yes, indeed. May he help us.
Hurry, there is no time to waste.
Aren't you coming, sister?
Padre Marco's returning. I won't abandon Vienna.
Suit yourself.
Padre, at last. His Majesty has need of you. The Ottoman army is at the gates of Vienna.
His Majesty has no need of my help. He needs the help of God.
Hurry, quickly, move! Move, get in, quick! Hurry up, move! Look for yourself, Padre.
Most Holy Virgin, help us. I can't believe it. How many are there?
They arrived at dawn, led by Karam Mustafa. He is the new Grand Vizier.
Karam Mustafa.
You know him?
I met him many years ago. How many men have you?
About 15,000 well armed. From the south, Prince Eugenio of Savoy will join us in 2 or 3 days with 1,000 Italian lancers. And then another 20,000 men are coming from Saxony and Bavaria, and 10,000 from Franconia and Swabia. In all, scarcely 50,000 men.
50,000?
But the King of Poland. They say he promised the Holy Father to join the Holy Alliance with at least 40,000 men.
I'm afraid the King of Poland will not keep his promise. We are alone, Count. We are alone. May God help us.
You speak the language of the infidels. Is that not so?
It is as you say, my lord.
It is written in the Quran that before destroying the infidels, it is the right thing to give them the chance of redeeming themselves. Tomorrow at dawn, you will announce this to them.
Make sure all the men stay in their positions.
Hurry! Come and take a look.
Recognize the true faith and pay the tribute. You will save your bodies and your souls. Recognize the true faith and pay the tribute. You will save your bodies and your souls. Recognize the true faith.
What does he say?
And pay the tribute. You will save your bodies and your souls.
It's incredible. He's asking us to surrender.
Recognize the true faith and pay the tribute. You will save your bodies and your souls.
Oh, no.
Recognize the true faith and pay the tribute. You will save your bodies and your souls. Recognize the true faith and pay the tribute.
What you say is very true, my lord. But one can never be too prudent. I would propose to dig a ditch at the foot of the mountains and fill it with traps for the horses of the enemy.
Khan Murad is talking nonsense. Nobody can take horses and cannons up that mountain.
I humbly beg pardon, Grand Vizier, but we can't exclude the possibility that the Christians can precisely attack us from the Kallenberg. And if the Grand Vizier agrees, I would face a part of our artillery there.
No. The Grand Vizier does not agree. Place all your artillery facing the walls of Vienna. And tell the sappers to start digging their tunnels. And soon, our crescent flag will float from this very spire.
My lord, our informers tell us that the King of Poland is marching his army towards Vienna.
They have seen his encampment near Tulln, Grand Vizier. This can only mean that the Polish king has decided to come to the aid of the Christian troops.
The old Sobieski? Don't be ridiculous.
With all due respect, Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa, we think it would be a mistake to leave the Kallenberg without the defenses, and to underestimate that old Polish fox can be an even greater one.
Jan Sobieski is old. And ill. He has difficulty in walking, and he has to be lifted onto his horse. Sobieski will never leave his country. by the time he has learned of our attack, all the churches of Vienna will have become mosques.
Begun. May God help us.
May God help us.
Ready! Hurry up! Over there, with the others.
There, put them inside. Him there, put him there. No. You stay here.
I am fine, I tell you. It's just a scratch.
He lost a lot of blood. Just lay down. At least for tonight.
It would be a rude awakening for the men. They say there are only 15,000 people.
It will be even easier than we thought.
Hey! You! Stop! Get back here! Yeah! Get him! Over there! Take him! Don't let him get away! Get him! You! Over there! Get him! Yeah! Stop him! Watch out! He has a knife! Tonight Allah is with us! It's a woman! Look at that!
Why have you called me?
This infidel bitch sneaked into the camp.
This problem does not concern me. I do not know this woman.
Good. Then you won't mind if we put her with the women who will satisfy the troops tonight.
Allah is my witness that I do not know this woman.
Stop! Where do you think trying to say?
Nothing. She's just praying to her god.
Stop moving! Come on. Get it! Come on! Get in there!
So, a slight vibration. A half hour ago, Count.
My God. We're heading straight for the Berg Bastion. Come with me. Come, quick! Quick!
Çabuk, çabuk, dışarı, dışarı, çabuk! Hadi, hadi, hadi, hadi, çabuk! Hadi, hadi, hadi, çabuk!
Quickly! Get up! Wake up! Wake up, everybody! Get ready! Take cover! Get down! Get down! Get down! Take cover, everybody! Down! Get down! Take up your positions, men! Quickly! Over there! Prepare to fire! Prepare to fire!
Watch out! Take cover!
Don't let him up! Fire!
İleri, ileri, teslim ol!
They're retreating! Don't let them get away! We won't be able to hold out much longer.
Count, look over there.
I don't believe it.
What is it, Count?
Look.
It's the Black Madonna. My king is arriving. My king is arriving!
Open! Move! Out of the way! You! You can go.
At times, faith alone is not enough. Even for us Muslims.
about time.
Welcome amongst us, Commander Sobieski. Gentlemen, I declare the Council of War open.
We wish to discuss the command of the Holy League. We find it inopportune that such a command be given to Sobieski, who is not of noble origin.
Right, he's just a soldier.
We, Prince of Bavaria, also feel it inopportune to entrust such a command to a mere general.
You promised 40,000 men. Our informers tell us your men are barely 20,000.
Impossible. We shouldn't be trusted.
And what is the opinion of our young lieutenant, Eugeni of Savoia?
Excellency, I have brought 1,000 Italian lancers with me, ready to die in defense of the Christian faith. Whoever commands the Holy Alliance, we are here to fight.
Oh, it will be a defeat. That's the real concept. 60, barely 60,000 men against 300,000 can mean only one thing. Defeat.
What do you say, Sobieski?
I say I am not disposed to stay in this room a moment longer unless you guarantee me the command of the Holy League.
We are not here to be dictated to by a mere ally.
Padre Marco, you are a man of God. I pray you find a solution.
Your Majesty, why do you insist on having command?
Because I know how to win this battle.
This is mere presumption, Sobieski. A grave sin for the Christian you profess yourself to be.
The prince is right. Gentlemen, please.
I agree. Silence. Let us hear what Padre Marco has to say.
Your Majesties, Excellencies, I am only a poor monk. I know nothing of strategies or plans of attack, but I do know that Vienna represents the survival of Christianity. I know that if you have faith, you will win. If you remain united, you will win. So if the King of Poland says he knows how to win this battle, let him explain it to us.
Fine, let's hear it.
We're curious.
Well, this is my plan.
Let's hear this great plan.
We'll attack the Turks from where they least expect it.
Oh, really? And where is that?
From Kahlenberg.
But it is not possible. There is no way to transport horses and cannons up there.
Right. How do you propose we bring artillery to the top of Kahlenberg? There are no roads.
Please do not listen to this madman.
Silence! Silence in the name of God. Listen. Listen carefully to every word I say. We'll get to the top of that damn mountain, and from up there, my cannons will give hell to the Muslim encampment. And I personally will charge from Kahlenberg at the head of my winged hussars, and will destroy the army of Kara Mustafa.
You summon me, Grand Vizier?
Would you recognize him?
Him, my lord?
I want to meet him.
May I ask why, Grand Vizier?
I want to discover why Allah made me save his life.
When do you want to meet him?
Now. This very night.
There he is.
should show you a wolf's tooth. But I left it with my son. It's a pledge that I would return.
There is no need, Karam Mustafa. I recognize you even in the dark. Why did you want to meet with me?
My informers tell me that I should fear you far more than Leopold's generals.
I have no weapons. I can only pray to God.
Which God? The one each of us believes he knows, yet hides himself from both of us.
The one true God. The one who made you save my life so many years ago.
Allah made me save your life so that I could kill you tomorrow in Vienna.
God willed it so that I could be here to save yours.
You want to save my life, monk?
Or I want to save your soul. Withdraw your army.
You are mad. Tomorrow we shall defeat you, and I will personally cut off your head with my scimitar.
Save both your life and your soul, Karam Mustafa. Our God is merciful. It is never too late to ask his pardon. Never.
I shall win, monk. But should I for any reason be defeated, the West will have no cause for joy, because your victory would only trim the beard of the Prophet. Not many springs will pass before another Grand Vizier presents himself at the gates of Vienna, and all Europe will have to submit to Allah.
The true God has no use for submission. He wants men to be free, to return his love for them.
You are still in time, monk. Embrace Islam, and Allah will judge you forgivingly.
God is great. Let us leave the decision to him. We cannot take his place.
Inshallah, Marco.
Inshallah, Karam Mustafa.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر
In a few hours, Vienna will cease to exist. This day will be remembered for centuries as the day of the greatest Islamic victory.
My brothers! Soon, you will have to fight. You will have to kill other human beings. When that moment comes, when you must kill or be killed, Remember my words. You are fighting not only to defend Vienna, but also to defend your faith and your traditions. You are defending your wives and children, your sisters, your brothers, your mothers and fathers, because if Vienna falls, Rome will fall. And if Rome falls, Holy Mother Church will fall. Defend your faith so that your children may be free to worship God, free to love Christ, free because you have fought on this day.
Wiederholen mit mir! Ich glaube! Ich glaube! Ich glaube mit der ganzen Seele! Ich glaube mit der ganzen Seele! Into it. Those cannons have to get to the top. Push harder. Move. It's too slow. Push those cannons.
Your Majesty, leave it to us. Give him a hand.
No, leave me.
Be careful. Help him up. Come on.
Will we go and get it? Leave it where it is. We cannot stop. Keep going. Keep going.
They're on the top. Get ready to attack.
We are the true believers. Since the beginning of time. We are so numerous that we cannot be counted on the fingers of our hands. We shall conquer the Golden Apple!
Jesus Christ! It's Kara Mustafa!
The Polish king. Where is the Polish king?
Retreat! They are retreating to the Danube. Now their backs are to the water.
Our troops are retreating. We are lost.
There is someone on top of the Kellenberg.
I see him, Grand Vizier. He's holding a cross.
Ugur!
Tell Ahmed Bey to turn a few cannons toward the mountain.
Onları çevirelim! Daha doğru! Hadi hadi! Acele edin!
Hier ist das Kreuz unseres Herrn! Hier ist das Kreuz unseres Herrn! Hier ist der wahre Retter!
Get the hell from there, Marco! Come on!
Strange. There is no wind. Yet the trees of the Kellenberg seem to be moving.
Feuer!
No, Father.
It's your first charge. Don't be ashamed of being afraid. Forward! In the name of God!
He is attacking! Sobieski is attacking! He's attacking the Turkish armies! We are saved! Vienna is saved!
The Polish king is attacking from Kallenberg! Defend our left flank! What are you waiting for? Where are you going to? Don't go that way! Go the other side! Go! Back! Back! Back! Let's go!
Forward! Forward then! Charge! Look for Kara Mustafa! Look for Kara Mustafa! He can't have gone far!
There he is, Father!
I don't believe it.
Damn you, Kara Mustafa.
There you go. The observer. Oh.
position! Protect the Grand Vizier! Ready!
No! No!
I'm proud of you, Father. I'm proud to be the son of Kara Mustafa.
At least, take my son away.
It's not possible, my lord. The Sultan personally ordered that the child must witness your death.
Allah is my witness that I fought for his glory and the triumph of the true faith. Watch how a Grand Vizier dies, my son. Watch. And never forget it. Never.